Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog Nice coming at you with another daily news update. So as promised, June 17th, 2024, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Hasbro Marvel Legends Fanstream. Our last kind of update here before San Diego Comic-Con. Ryan and Dwight in the building. Dan couldn't make the recording, but they assured us he would be there and the big three would be present for San Diego Comic-Con. So they kicked off things with some recap. Let us know about the 85th anniversary man thing that we saw go up for pre-order last week. Dwight talked about some of the details on the figure, some of the new things, and how this was a great opportunity for you to kind of get this Build-A-Figure if you missed out on it previously. All the new parts, new details, and then they just reminded us that this was up for pre-order now. Then they talked about the Cabal 3-pack, which we saw a Robo review the day that went up for pre-order. We know all of the details and everything because most of us watch Robo's review, but great 3-pack. Personally, Taskmaster is probably my favorite out of this 3-pack. I think Dwight said the same. Then we got a recap of the 85th anniversary program, the 9 offerings that we've seen so far. Should be noted that everything in the back behind these two guys was like Thor, Asgard, God related. So we knew that this next offering would be the final offering from the 85th anniversary program. The 10th and final figure is Odin. No surprise here. Again, Rectangular leaked a lot of this stuff long ago. I've been talking about Odin for a couple months now. It was just a matter of us seeing the figure and seeing how he looks and seeing how massive he is, and he looks phenomenal and is massive. I really like this. Looks like they used some of the ravens that we got with one of these Thor figures. Great loadout of accessories, interchangeable parts, hands, sword, staff. I really like the way this guy looks, and again, it's a massive figure. You can see him side by side here with like a standard Thor sized figure, even though this is not Thor, whatever. But again, the final offering from the 85th anniversary program. Should be noted that he does have a soft goods cloak. Dwight made it a point to mention that you could put him in a seated position. So you customizers and diorama builders and stuff out there could definitely put together a custom throne for Odin, or maybe Marvel Legends may offer something down the line. I don't know, because they really did make it a point to mention that he could be seated. Then they showed us an upcoming Target exclusive, a re-release of this Venom figure. They added a few little details here, a few little accessories, these like venomized tendril thingies, and obviously you can pit him against and pair him with the Carnage that they showed off some time ago. So all you people that have been clamoring for MCU stuff, there you go. Then they talked about how they put out the Uncanny X-Men sort of 375 Jim Lee costumed crew. They kicked things off with Wolverine, then they had the 3-pack with Gambit, Banshee, and Psylocke, and then the 3-pack with Storm, Forge, and Jubilee. But you know, they made it a point to mention that somebody was missing if you wanted to kind of complete the crew on the cover of X-Men 275. I'm sorry, I said 375. And look, we got Professor X in his Shi'ar armor. You know, we saw Professor X in his Shi'ar armor in X-Men 97. Obviously, that was that universe's version of Professor X and the armor. This is the comic-based version. You know, I wasn't overwhelmed with these box sets. The characters that were on the Vulcan body were cool, but there was some issues with paint detailing and some paint rub and stuff like that. Professor X here still does look good, and I think the real draw here is being able to pair this Professor X with Lilandra that we got, and also the smiling head sculpt. But yeah, this is going to be a Walmart exclusive, single retro carded, so you know, it's not absolutely imperative that you get this, but again, I think the draw here is the head sculpt. Then we got into another thing that we knew would be coming. They showed off sort of like almost like first appearance, I guess, of Rogue here, a kind of evil looking version of Rogue, penless. The thing about this Rogue is that in more recent times, she was rocking this costume again with the hood, you know, some version of this. They talked about maybe updating and giving new head sculpts down the line with the hood on. I don't know what they're doing here, but once they showed Rogue, we knew that this was going to be the Rogue and Destiny 2-pack that we heard about from Rectangular some time ago. So now we'll get the opportunity to get Destiny and finish out our sort of like classic version of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. So this 2-pack is a must-own for me. And then this was kind of out of left. Phoenix, another version of Phoenix. They did mention that she is basically on the same buck as the upcoming Warbird, Miss Marvel. So that's great. So pinless, she looks good. Different head sculpts here. But the draw here is that it's basically a deluxe box set Phoenix with a Phoenix Force accessory that you can put together. You know, some time ago, they showed us just the base of this accessory as a teaser. Many of us thought that it would be Rachel Phoenix and we would complete our Excalibur. So this is kind of out of left, but I like it. This is one of the things that really piqued my interest in this live stream today. Probably one of the best things that they showed, in my personal opinion. Odin is up there. This Phoenix is very, very nice. So I hope they'll keep rounding things out with updated versions of the first 5 original X-Men. But yeah, this Phoenix Force is super nice. Dwight made it a point to mention that you'll be able to get a lot of like piping through there. So, you know, all these display artists, toy photographers, ACBA aficionados will really get to do some great things display wise with this. And then they started getting into a complete Build-A-Figure wave. Another thing that we knew would be on the horizon, the Strange Tales wave. Strangely enough, it's not really based on the Strange Tale comic series where I thought we would get a bunch of like classic characters. It's not that, but it is sort of like magic based ghouls and goblins and demons and what have you. So they kick things off with an updated Brother Voodoo. Pretty sure this is pinless, but the draw here to me is this updated head sculpt. They're doing a really good job with updating the head sculpts with their new sort of photoreal technology, or however they're categorizing that. But you can also remove the eye of Augmato from the clasp on his cloak, and he could just be Brother Voodoo or Dr. Voodoo basically. But he looks good. I like the head sculpt a lot. Also, you could probably pop this head sculpt on just a suited body too. Then a first timer in the life of the Marvel Legends line, we got Dracula. This is a sort of modern look for him too, if I'm not mistaken, from the comic books. He's been running around a lot in the X-Men books before the whole House and Powers of X thing. Then we got Helverine. We've seen a lot of customs of this. We've seen a lot of people saying that they want this figure. Personally, I could care less about this. This is not the final image or the final look for this figure, apparently. A lot of people in the chat were mentioning that he's not pinless here, too. But I do like the flamed claws, and I do like the head sculpt. It looks pretty good. Then we got a sort of alternate reality, alternate universe Storm, Bloodstorm. This is some reuse here. Definitely not one of my favorites here, but it is what it is. And what do you know? Damian Hellstrom. So, as you know, this guy was actually supposed to be part of the Engine of Vengeance HasLab release, but we never got that offering, never got enough backers for it. Somehow, they haven't included him in this wave here and updated the figure. A lot of people were complaining about this when the Engine of Vengeance campaign was going, was that, you know, he didn't have pinless joints, that some of the figures that would be part of that offering weren't the best versions that Hasbro could possibly put out. So here they are, putting them out again, pinless joints. I still hate the way the pants look, but it's a much better looking body, at least updated head sculpt, and he'll be part of this wave. Then we got Lilith, another first timer in the life of the Marvel Legends line. I could really care less, but when it's a character that they've never done before in figure form, I add it to the collection because personally, I'm always just trying to build out my Marvel universe in 6-inch form. And as you guys know, I complete all of the Build-A-Figures, and again, this is a Build-A-Figure wave. Final character in the wave is an updated Moon Knight. They made it a point to mention that you can pair this version of Moon Knight with the West Coast Avengers box set and the Hawkeye and have a pretty accurate comic version of your West Coast Avengers. And then, as a lot of us suspected, the Build-A-Figure for this wave will be Son of Mephisto, Blackheart. So the Blackheart Build-A-Figure wave, the Strange Tales Blackheart Build-A-Figure wave. Blackheart looks amazing. He looks really good. I like it a lot. I will say that overall, I do think that the wave in itself is kind of mid, but I do really like this Build-A-Figure, and I think he looks great. I'm eager to see what he looks like completed in hand and show a side-by-side comparison with the old Toy Biz version. It's been that long since we've had Blackheart. So with Danny Hellstrom, son of Satan, they wouldn't say that, right? And Blackheart and this wave and all of these sort of mystical characters and stuff like that, I mean, I guess it is a possibility that we will see them put out Mephisto at some point. Obviously another character that we missed out on from the Engine of Vengeance campaign. But one final tease here at the end. Oh, they made it a point to kind of give us a Marvel vs. Capcom tease here, breaking out Iron Man and kind of making him face off with Blackheart. So I don't know what that means, but they did show one final tease here with this weapon. What do you guys think this is? What do you think of the stream overall? You excited for San Diego Comic-Con? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell down there. And until next time, peace.
I'm in the game, I'm grinding, I got to play 24 hours in the day, 7 days out the week, I never sleep. I'm on my grizzly bear, 52 weeks out the year, yeah.